Good morning, everybody. Okay, so I'm back on camera. Told y'all before that I really don't like being on camera, but I'm gonna do this how I'm supposed to do it. So anyway, last night, well, I ain't gonna say last night, like really early this morning, I kind of came to tears about a situation. I can't really say a situation. It's just that I felt bad about how I thought I handled the situation. Somebody who was supposed to be who supposedly called me their sister, which we're not blood related, but we were close, or so-called close at one point, or whatever. But the whole reason we ended up falling out, because I hadn't been around this person since last year, really, and you know, I really don't do a whole lot of he say, she say. But something that did get back to me was something that I had only told this one individual. So I knew that it wasn't a lie. I knew I had told this person this thing. So I ended up confronting that person, and I ended up, I had to deaden the friendship or whatever. I can't even really say it was a friendship because, the pot had been stirring for the past couple of years. And anybody who really know me, in the past, I was always this person who, my mouth is terrible. My mouth is quick, and my words cut deep. And I would be ready to fight. So when I found this out, I ended up confronting her about it, and we all hang in this circle. So I ended up going to this Easter dinner Sunday, which I didn't say anything at the Easter dinner. The old me would have. I would have approached her, probably would have ended up fighting, but I didn't. So early this morning, I found myself in tears, like, Lord, like, am I really a bad person? Like, I'm really trying to be a better version of who I am. Like, I really need you to answer. It was 2 questions I asked this morning. I said, am I still within your will, God? Like, I need to know, what's going on at this point, because you never know what's going on your journey. You just doing things step by step as God give it to you, which these YouTube videos is one thing. And I was asking about myself, like, did I handle the situation wrong? Am I a bad person? And I always read my Bible early in the morning. Like I said, normally I read at 5 o'clock, but I always start anywhere between 4:30, maybe 4:45 or 5 o'clock, because my alarm is set for 5 o'clock. So I didn't know the verses for the day. I read the daily verse. I used to only read the daily verse, but I just recently started reading the entire chapter for the daily, that comes with the daily verse. And I also, I'm in the book of Psalms, and today is the 13th, so I'm on Psalm 13. So I didn't know the verse for either day, but I'm gonna read it to you guys. I'm not gonna read the entire, portion of it that I read this morning. I'm gonna read the part where God did answer me. That's the whole thing. When we do ask God questions genuinely, He's gonna answer us, and He's gonna answer us, through His Word. So, and I actually got my answer through the Word, which is in John 15, which is what He answered me was in John 15, 18 through 25. But the verse for the day was I believe 5 through 8. No, was it? I'll take it back. Okay, it was in the upper part of John 15. But what He answered me was John 15, when it says the world's hatred. We'll just say, if the world hates you, you know that it hated me before it hated you. If you were of the world would love its own. Yet because you are not of the world, but I chose you out of the world. Therefore, the world hates you. Remember the word that I said to you. A servant is not greater than his master. If they persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they kept my word, they will keep yours also. But all these things they will do to you for my name's sake, because they do not know him who sent me. If I had not come and spoken to them, they would have no sin. But now they have no excuse for their sin. He who hates me hates my Father also. If I had not done among them the works which no one else did, they would have no sin. But now they have seen and also hated both me and my Father. But this happened that the word might be fulfilled, which is written in their law. They hated me without a cause. And I had to understand that. You know, when you have to, you know, even though you're not understanding why certain situations happen, you know, that's the reason why we have to go to God. We have to ask. And I thank God that I have been very diligent and very consistent with getting into his word every single day. That's why I say it's very important. You know, I didn't know how important it was at first, but I see that it is very important that we do get into his word every day, because when those questions do arise, it will kind of boggle our brain until it's answered. And he didn't let it sit on my head for a long time, because these chapters came up today. And it was also Psalm 13. Which reads, this is about trust in the salvation of the Lord. Psalm 15, it's a short chapter. That's all that's in Psalm 13. But it says, how long, O Lord, will you forget me forever? How long will you hide your face from me? How long shall I take counsel in my soul, having sorrow in my heart daily? How long will my enemy be exalted over me? Consider and hear me, O Lord my God, and lighten my eyes, lest I sleep the sleep of death, lest my enemy say, I have prevailed against him. Lest those who trouble me rejoice when I am moved. But I have trusted in your mercy. My heart shall rejoice in your salvation. I will sing to the Lord, because he has dealt bountifully with me. Forgive me for stumbling, but y'all get it. But he answered both of my questions through his word today. And this is evidence that we really need. This is history, but y'all have to understand, even though it's history, it still applies to our daily living today. His word is alive and well, very much. But I wanted to come on, share that with you guys. Today is going to be an awesome day. I feel great. Especially since God answered both of my questions today, because I really need to understand, because I kind of felt bad the way I handled the situation, because I did say some things out of my mouth that I should have just kept to myself. But, you know, it is what it is. It passed. Ask God for forgiveness. I made my peace with God. That's what really matters to me, and I'm moving on. I had to cut that relationship, and that's the whole thing. That you know, when you on your journey, you have to understand every relationship that you have, every friendship that you have, some of those are gonna have to get severed before God can move you to your next level, because everybody can't go where you going. God had that, and that's by God's design. And you know, you can't be worried about who you have history with, because everyone is not going to make that history with you. And I totally accept that. I completely accept that. Like, I'm basically down to 3 friends now. I'm basically down to 3 friends. And I'm cool with that, because they are genuine. They are very genuine. The 3 friends that I do have left, they are very genuine. And I love them to death. But you guys have an awesome day. We'll talk to you guys next week. I'm not going to do a video every day. Maybe once a week for right now. But I will talk to you guys next week. Peace.